Our drinking water comes from our local rivers, and most of them are unclean and unfit for our human use and consumption. Some people think that food piers are not useful, but to me, they are the most useful. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Okay, I'm Jordan Ng. I'm from Klang town. I'm Klang guide. For me, Klang River is very important because Klang River is our mother river. Since when we are child, right, so we look at the Klang River, right, it's kind of like a very dirty though. So we grown up, so we doing the business, so we were looking for something to do. That more people blame to our government, blame to other parties, right, who not taking care of this river. But for me, right, we need to do start from ourselves. That's why we are calling our friend to form up the club. We call our club Club Warisan Sungai Klang. So our mission and our vision is we want to clean up the Klang River. So we have actually have three objectives. First objective, we want to clean up Klang River. The second, we want to beautify the surrounding. And third, we want to promote this place, right, to local and international as a tourist spot. For me, right, fruit piers is very useful. When we want to start our movement, we found out, right, enzyme can purify the river bed. So that's why we are looking at the website online. We are searching the detail, right, from other article, right. So we find out the fruit piers, right, who throwing. If we can keep it, we can produce very good organic, eco-organic enzyme. That's why we collecting every time we go to the Pasar Malam or Pasar Pagi, right, or food store, right. So we can collect a lot of fruit piers, and then we can produce a lot of amount of enzyme. Even at home, right, every time we chop those fruit, we also can keep some fruit piers and we can produce at home also. To produce an enzyme is very simple. There's three ingredients. Okay, one is the fruit peels, secondly is the brown sugar, third is water. Just these three ingredients. For fruit peels, we need it 30%, and for the brown sugar about 10%, and for water is 50%, and that's another 10% is air itself. So you have to put into the container, plastic container with a cap, which you must tie it up closely, and after you put all the ingredients, you have to shake it, and you have to keep it. Before you keep it, right, you can write a marker on the date on the cap, so you can track the record, right, when after 3 months, right, then you can use as an enzyme. There's a microorganism, right, inside the enzyme, right, we call it it's a good bacteria. It's going to eat up those bad bacteria inside the river. So for us to think that underneath, or we can call it a riverbed in Klang River, is very dirty. A lot of components, right, a lot of oil, chemistry, and those components, right, will compile to very big compound, right, underneath, right, under Klang riverbed, right, so cannot be break through. So with the enzyme, right, those bacteria are going to break through those things, right, component, to become small component to its original organism, right. So it's going to be help our ecosystem, to the riverbed ecosystem to come back though. So we think with the producing a lot of enzyme, right, to throw into the river is going to be clean up the riverbed though. Okay, that's my first experience. When I went to the Pasar Malam, right, I saw there's a Roja, right, Roja store. So I ordered a Roja store with the man, okay. When I'm looking at his wife, right, is who collecting packaging the fruit peels. So I just look at her, right. She saw me, right. She said she's happily and talk to me smiley. She said, "Oh, young man, do you want this fruit peels?" I say, "How do you know I need this?" She told me that, "I always saw you making enzyme at home with the children, so I saw it in the Facebook. So you want it?" I said, "Give it for you every day." Okay, for making the enzyme, right, we take about 3 months. After you put all the ingredients into the container, right, so you have to keep under shade places, right. So keep for 3 months. After 3 months, I think the fermentation take about 3 months. And if you have a pH paper or pH meter, right, you can put inside the enzyme, right, and you taste. If there's a pH under 4, right, it's already successful. Not it's above pH 4, right, it's not successful. Do you remember seeing me throwing something into the river? That was a mud ball which I was making just now. Every time there's a group of people, right? Sometimes there's a 30, sometimes a 60, sometimes a 100 people who come to join us. They have been calling up us, right? Like some from school, from university, from some religions, society, right? They come to call us. They call us, okay, are you from club? Warisan Sungai Klang? Our clubs willing to do something CSR. We want to do something to help to clean up Klang River. So we will make the appointment on some weekends, something like a Saturday, sometimes Saturday or Sunday. So in the morning, so the group of people come to us, then our committee and the members are going to help. We are going to teach them how to produce the enzyme, and we are going to teach them how to produce a mud ball. So what's the difference? Why we need to produce enzyme and why we want to produce mud ball? So in the beginning stage, right, when we throwing the enzyme into the river, right, we found out the river have a low tide and high tide. That's why sometimes the enzyme flow to other places, right? We cannot see the impact or cannot see the effectiveness of the river. So that's why we found out if we are making the mud ball, right, we throw into the river, it's going to sink down under the river bed, so we can see the situation surrounding, right, is going to be changed. So that's why we are producing the mud ball though. Okay, each time if the group of 30 person, right, every time they come to produce, right, maybe they can produce within 1 hour, right, they can produce 500 to 1,000 pieces. If the group is getting bigger, like 100 people, right, maybe they can produce 2,000 to 3,000 within 1 hour. Mud ball are one of the solutions needed to make our river great again. I hope this can help to raise public awareness on saving our rivers and restoring the cleanliness to our water supply by using mud balls.